Hello, it's Unknown, and today, second episode of how I made this a song from a new something album, something like that. Today we are doing Dark Milkshake. It's a Friday. I learned kind of off topic. I learned that having your song released on a Friday will make it do better. I wish I did that with the last two songs. My last two songs, or even three, I think it was either three or two. Last two songs, they're doing well. They didn't do that well, but it's cool. This song I'm hopefully planning to remake, but I don't know because it could possibly not happen because of the sounds I've used are kind of they're not on the SoundCloud, not Soundtrap. They're not on the Soundtrap loops anymore, so I can't find them in the loops. So they're still on my file. They're still in the studio where I made the song. I might like get the paid version and like have two different files on the same studio. One of them's like the new song, one with the old one. So we could try that. So yeah. So Dark Milkshake was inspired by a few songs. I think the thing about Dark Milkshake, a lot of songs came to mind while I was making it. One song in particular was "The Girl" by actually let me just do this. "The Girl" by "The Girl" by Hellberg, Monster Cat. I don't know if this is copyright free. You gotta pay the license. Well, it'll be fine. I don't think it'll matter that much. But yeah, the girl. So yeah, this song right here. Hopefully, those few seconds don't get me copyrighted. Anyway, let's go through it. So we got this first part right here. Okay, sing so high. So we have this backwards guitar, I think that's it. And this is slowly starting. When this starts, it slowly fades out. We have our piano. We do have a riser down here. Then we move to the second part. Okay, before we reach the job, let's go over this part right here. So we have our piano again. Then we have another piano. I don't know if this has reverb on it. Yeah, it has a little bit of reverb on it. Some more treble. We have our piano right here. It stops for a little bit. I think I reversed it here. No, I didn't. It's the same piano. Yeah, a lot of times I reverse the melody to like, you know, give it a try to reverse it. It's a trick. You could use reversing a melody to get a new melody. We have the guitar in there for the ambience. We got this kick drum, I think. No, this bass. We have some claps. Also, song will be in the description. Just want to let you know. Uh, we got some actual ambient sound right down here. And that's just filling out the mix a little bit. What's down here? Oh yeah, this. Dum. This right here. We got this riser. And then rising it down. I'll be right back. Milkshake some. Too much of that part. So yeah, it all leads into the build up. Alright. For our bust your eardrums. We got the bass again. Is it quieter here? I think it might be quieter here actually. Wait, that's not the same bass, is it? Oh, I forgot to show you that one. Okay. Okay, we changed the bass. Okay. So it starts like this. So yeah, it was quieter here. I guess it changed the bass. Thing also changed, not relatively. I think I showed you the claps. So yeah, we had the claps. You know, it started as a normal clap, and then the clap kind of got a little more of a distorted clap. Did I put distortion on that, or was that just how it was? I think that's just how it was. Yeah, it's just how it was. Uh, then we have. So we went over the bass. Is that a different bass actually? Oh, never mind, it's not. We have the distorted clap again. We have our what's this? It's piano. We have it again layered. Oh no, never mind. This is the backwards guitar. Yeah, a lot of reuse elements. I really like to reuse elements and bring them back. You know, to give like familiarity, but like kind of change it up a little bit to give some new in the song. You know, this video is a little bit educational for Soundtrap users. So if you use Soundtrap and that's your main DAW, I think you could learn a thing or two on this journey of making these songs and stuff. But I'm not professional. I'm not the best musician. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But yeah. So reusing some elements in the original parts can really help. Okay. Okay, we got the ambience again. Okay, I think there's some new stuff. We got some hi-hats. We got this piano. I think it's just the same thing. We have this another piano. Some chords. I just still put some. Wait, did I change the? I think I changed the loop. No, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Uh, yeah, these pianos are probably fighting each other, but I didn't know that back then. But it is what it is. We have some claps right here. Can you even hear those claps? You could. I don't know why I had those claps. You can barely hear them. They're being masked by these claps right here. We got the ambience, and over here, oh, this is the main melody right here. So the main melody is just slowly building. Now we have our kick. We have a clap. We have some hi-hats again. Or is these same hi-hats that I showed? Yep. So then we have our build-up. The build-up drums. We have some risers. Now, I'm gonna admit, this build-up is way too loud compared to the drop. Way too loud. Like looking back on it, like mixing wise, this was absolutely atrocious. The so it's very loud. So in the studio, I didn't realize that at the time because the studio sounds a lot different out of the studio. Because when you're in the studio, you make your songs and then you leave the studio and it mixes it for you or does some type of processing. And the thing about Soundtrap is that can be very, very annoying. But gee, that's just something you gotta learn with Soundtrap. You gotta. So for all people that are making songs with Soundtrap, um, I suggest you make a part of the song, make a little part of the song, leave, wait for it to do this mixing thing, listen to it to see if everything sounds like it should be, right? Because it is gonna sound different in the studio, outside the studio. I don't know if other dolls do that, but that's just I know Soundtrap does it. So you gotta really, check out outside the studio to really check if your stuff sounds like how it should sound. Which honestly, I'm not using flat headphones, so they probably don't sound like they have, but they're supposed to sound anyway. But that's besides the point. We got a riser, another riser, another riser. I love that one. And then we got this riser. So yeah, all those risers kind of come together with the drums. And then we have this little repeating section. So basically, everything just basically repeats. Clap repeats. The I don't know if that's the first or last bar, but yeah, that repeats. The backwards piano repeats. This repeats. The drums, well, I don't have to try. Oh, the hi-hats repeat. and then this repeats. Dun, 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 dun. I think only, and then the other piano repeats. So yeah, for this piano though, I changed the last bar to not get it too repetitive. Kick, the clap, hi-hats, more drums, way too many risers in the melody. So it's all that, and then you got the bass up here. All that leading to a very loud drop. Well, not really. Alright, probably way too loud. So we're gonna go to the drop and explain it. Alright, let's go over this absolute. So obviously I'm going to explain how this actually sounds like because it sounds a little bit different. Also, another warning I want to let people know about using Soundtrap. I don't know if this is with other dolls as well. Make sure your volume is at like half where you're actually in the studio making music. Because Soundtrap gets loud. It gets loud. So you could be, and the thing is, when you're listening to the mix, quote unquote, mix version, where the software does this mixing thing, it sounds very quiet. It sounds like it's very quiet. So when you listen to it outside the studio, you want to turn it up all the way up so you can really hear it, to hear what's going on. But when you're inside the studio, it's super, super loud. So sometimes you can forget that you have your volume on 100%, play it, and it just blasts your eardrums. Do not make that mistake. It's painful. Just don't do it. Just don't make the mistake. Remember to turn that stuff down to like 50 to 40% volume. Make sure to do that because Soundtrap gets loud. And then the mix version is very quiet, so you didn't got to turn it up with other software. It's complicated. This is the mix version. This is probably the worst mixed song out of the entire album. If I'm being really honest. It's not the worst sounding one. It's the worst mixed one. Like this is we're gonna stop hating on Dark Milkshake. Um so obviously this build up is way too loud. So when it builds up, it just goes absolutely it just goes absolutely haywire with the volume, and then when the drop hits, it's very quiet. Also, another thing with Soundtrap is making the drop sound wide is very difficult. It's very difficult. A lot of your drops will like so if you put a Soundtrap or even a garage band, because I have a friend that made a song we use in GarageBand. It sounded weird, so I put it in Imager, Ozone Imager on Ableton, and I checked to see what's going on, and I noticed that my songs and his songs using uh BandLab, not BandLab, GarageBand, the drops were not wide. They were very narrow. They didn't have the spaciousness as a well mixed, well produced, well mastered song. So try it yourself. Get a free DAW that can support plugins or something like that. Put a well mixed song in there, and it's like the whole thing is full. Let me show you actually. Hold on. Um, I is it's a taupe imager imagery. Okay, let me give you an example, right? Okay, right here. So, realize something's wrong with my drops, and this is why my drops sound quiet, right? Sounds a lot quiet, sounds a lot not as full, not as powerful. It's because of this reason right here. So, when I put a normal song, a well produced song, well mixed song in the imager, it's pretty much filling this entire area, other than the far right, left and the far right. Because at a certain point, it starts doing, if it's too wide, it starts doing phase cancellation, which y'all don't know about phase cancellation. I'm not explaining it right here. But mainly when I put my drops in here, and a lot of my songs, they mainly stay in the middle. And for a drop, you don't want your drop to be just in the middle. Like that's not a good drop. That's very mono, very not as wide as you want it to be. So it's very hard to do with um free softwares. And even if you put the song in um isotope or use utility and turn the width to the max, then you'll reach phase cancellation. And at that point, it's not looking good either. So very quiet drop because it's in mono. But not in mono, but because mono would just be a straight line, but like very close to being not as wide as I want it to be. So yeah. So yeah, you got the drop. That's what it sounds like. So obviously, it's not as loud as in the studio, which can be very deceiving. But we'll go over the main parts. We have this part here. This is the melody. What I have on here, web effects, nothing. Lot of trouble, cause I'm stupid. I didn't read that it said trouble. I thought it said turbulence. I don't know why. I'm a little slow. Okay, I'm a little slow. I thought trouble said turbulence for the longest time, and I thought what it did was make the melody or whatever part of you put the freaking turbulence or the trouble on. I thought it made it louder. Not like louder. I thought it made it punch through the mix without increasing its volume. That's not what it does. That's not what it does. This is before I even knew about EQ or anything, bro. So I low key thought trouble meant I could I don't read things. Okay, I don't read things. I'm a little dumb. So obviously, looking back on it now, a lot of my mixes suffered from turning the treble knob all the way up. make it a little too harsh, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, there's probably a better way how to do it. So that's the main melody. I think I went over the entire thing. It goes again. For that part right here, we'll go to this right here in a second. We have this right here. Oh, the reason why I added this is because of this song. That's the only reason why I added this song right here. This song right here. The Girl by Hellberg. That's the only reason why I added it. I'm gonna be honest, because it kind of sounded like it. I want to get inspired by it, so I tried to find something that sounded like it. And, this is the bass. No, this is the bass. Is it? Oh, this is the main melody with just tons of distortion. Fuzz, as I like to call it. Fuzz. I use a fuzz. I use fuzz on a lot of the mixes. Well, not the mixes. A lot of the sounds to give them a more cooler sound, to add more impact, to add more power. Um. By the way, do not go crazy with distortion, ladies and gentlemen, unless you know what you're doing. Because I have a friend. He thinks my mixes have way too much distortion, and it's embarrassing. I've showed him a song that I'm working on. I showed him a song that I was working on, and he said it's like too much distortion. I was like, dang. I didn't even put distortion on too much of anything. It was tragic. Anyway, it's just the melody with a lot of distortion. I think this is the melody with a lot of reverb. No, I just did it. Wait, hold on. What is this one? Okay, this is a reverb. This is the same thing. I just duplicated it, but I just duplicated it. Um, that's the same thing. Um, so one thing that's gonna be difficult of remaking this song is these parts right here, because this loop right here, this person that made the loop, I don't know if they took their songs off of Soundtrap. I mean, their loops off of Soundtrap, but that that stuff is gone. It's gone. It's not on here no more. You can't find it. That's another thing. That's another thing with using loops from the Soundtrap is, or any software that you don't download the loops and have more, download the samples and have it on your computer. Some of the samples can be gone, because sometimes you'll notice that stuff is missing. Like, why is it missing? Because it's just gone. I guess they took it off. I don't know what happened. So remaking the song is gonna be difficult, because a lot of the loops they gave this the drop and another part of the song got rid of the loops, and now I can't get them. So yeah. So either I don't remake Dark Milkshake, or I take this file right here, make a different save, and move everything around, which feels like it's gonna be pretty difficult. Then we have this right here again from the same artist or same person that made the loops, and as you can see, I think this is the same thing, just quieter. As you can see, this is in C and this is in A minor. Um, I think C and A minor is like in the same range or something. It's like similar, but not full. It's like a similar key, so they can work a little bit. They can work a little bit together. I suggest you don't try to mix different keys. well, I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. I made this like in 2022. Well, I didn't know nothing. Still barely know anything. So, yeah, mixing. I've done this with multiple songs where I just mix things together that sound just right together. Should probably needed to adjust this and change, like, edit the pitch. Also, think about the pitch. I'm going to teach you something. If you're trying to change the pitch, just know it's changing the key as well. I didn't realize that. I just thought, oh, it's just changing the pitch. So, no, it's also changing the key. So, just know it's changing the key as well. So, be ready for it to change the key as well. So, be ready for that. Be prepared. We have the kick. I think just to repeat it. A lot of trouble because I didn't know what trouble was. We got the space. I got duplicated. Oh. Oh, this has no fuzz. I'm guessing this was supposed to be a sub bass. This has a lot of fuzz. Okay, I don't know these sections where the bass goes very deep. I don't know if that's it, like, cause like, I don't know if that's my headphones. But a lot of times the bass goes so deep that like it starts to clip, or what's the word, or starts to get distorted. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't know if that's the like the bass synth can't just simply go that low, or that's my headphones like messing up. I don't know because that's happened to me a few times. So yeah, this has distortion. This doesn't. And then we have, what is this? Some background noise, some ambience, because why not? It's not even on. It's not even on the. It's not even on the thing. It's not even. It's not even. Why did I change it here? What was I doing? And then we have the piano. Oh, this is very important part. Okay. And then we have the second part right here. So this is the second part. Now what the second part does different. Does it change the drums? Yes, because the drums has a snare now. Oh, Neon. Neon's also the one that made some of the loops that I use in the song, and Neon is now gone. So I can't find any Neon loops, which are very important to this song. So it's Neon tapes, but there's no Neon. It's tragic. Um, Piano down there. Never reversed the piano, did I? It's a possibility I could have did that. No, I did reverse the piano. And now we have the part where I reverse the melodies. So here it is. I reverse this. To give it a little character, which it's very much clipping, so I don't think that was a good decision. But I didn't know back then. Also, I don't know why I did this. So for the first job, I don't think I did it with the second job, did I? I didn't. So with the first job, I got rid of this part and only left the top part. So making the top part, it's just confusing. It's making the other melody less quiet. I mean, quieter than this melody. So that's reversed. I think that's reversed as well. it sounds a lot better with distortion on it, actually. It's just so much trouble on here. Jesus, I added so much trouble. It's terrible. But yeah, that's basically the drop. And the final part of the drop right here is basically just like on the final bar, we just added, I just added all of this, basically, you know, so it's called. So yeah, kind of ended off. I didn't do that with the second drop, but you probably should. I probably should have. Now we have the best part of the song, as you know, as if you listen to my unknown songs. A lot of songs have what's the word? Have a part in them where it's just like, oh wow, that was a very memorable part. You remember that part. There's many songs that do that. This is also another one, and this part's very memorable. It's my favorite part of the song, so we're gonna go over it. Okay, so we're gonna listen to the mixed version of it too. Oh wait. So let's explain what's going on here. First of all, this part's so good. I turn it down before I blast my eardrums. We have the mid mode. They have these kicks right here, and they're just going. Movement, giving movement. Boom, boom, boom. We have backwards guitar. This piano is very important, the second part. We got the piano again. Did I change anything here? See if anything's different. No, it's the same piano. And then we have this bass. So the first, is this even a bar? It's not a bar, it's not a bar. Is it a bar? Is it half a bar? I don't know. But for this first bar, first we have to drop for silence for a little bit, which I did a lot in my songs. Have like a little silence. Some silence in the songs. So the drop goes, there's silence. And it comes back with the second verse, or the break. So we have all our elements. Hit you with that bass. Very, very, very satisfying. And it's the same bass that was used in the drop. And then we we have this second part. After this very satisfying part and this very satisfying bass, we get hit for this other bass that's super groovy. Well, actually, this piano is very important in both parts, because over here in the mix version, dun, 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 you can hear the piano, dun, 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 dun. Very satisfying. We changed the drums to these ones right here. And added the piano that I used earlier, I think. Oh, this is a new piano. There we have our very satisfying bass. Very nice. This part's the best. This part right here, best part of the song. Now we have the second build-up, which I think I changed. What I changed in the second build-up? I changed the pianos. Yeah, I've changed a lot of the sounds. So in the second drop, we have this piano. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, this is build up but reversed. Then the main melody right here is building up. So we have piano, very beautiful piano. Is it the same thing? It's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same piano. And then we have my dog's barking. Let me get the mic. Are we back? We got our pianos. I think it's the pianos. And then we got this pretty much the same piano. So it's reverbed. Is this reverbed? It's reverbed. It has more reverb and treble to it. These pianos are just repeated. Until the very end. We got our bass, I think. Oh, we brought back bass from earlier. Dun, 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 dun. We got our backwards guitar. Oh no, ambience, I keep getting that wrong. We got our claps, they slowly come in. We got our hi-hats. We got our piano. Oh wow, it's very important. Is this an important piano? We got our main melody coming back again. We got build up. I think it's the same thing. It's the same. Now we have our, what's this? This is repeated, Jesus. It's repeated. Then we have, yeah. And we have, what is this? Oh, we already went over that. So all that together. Kick, the snare. Oh, wait, do we go over this one? Yeah, just bring it back. Kick from earlier. It's gonna drop. All that combined comes to this. All right. So the only real difference is that this is basically, this part of it isn't sliced out like over here. The final part of the melody, the is left out. Which is kind of not satisfying, but I think you get used to it. What in tarnation just happened? Okay. So everything's basically the same, except for there's the second melody right here, and the end of the melody isn't changed. And then we have our final part, the outro. That's it. So we have our, that's so nice. We got our piano. We got our other piano. And we got the backwards guitar. Kind of starting the song how we ended it. And that's the song. Second song of the Lost Songs album. I want to know what y'all think. I hope y'all learned from this, learn what to do, learn not to do, yada yada yada. And yeah. Best part is this one. I think I should rank all the songs after I'm done with the showing how I made it series. But yeah, this is House. Pretty good. Tried our best. What we had, second song. Yeah. So that's it. Don't forget the question mark, as we used to say. Yeah, that's it. So the song's in the description if you want to listen to it. And bye.